First and foremost, before we get started, I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rekah Kwadash, and to ourselves great millstone, while lunch is truth, and also to those elect that is scattered abroad. I like to say, Shalom, and come back here today with another great, powerful lesson to the spirit and the power of Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. And the title of today's lesson is Neuralink, Bionic Eye. So I like to say shalom to all that listen and learn. Hope this will help you today and guide you back in the path of righteousness and back to your true power, which in fact is Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. So before we start today's lesson, I have a quick Google search. And it reads that Elon Musk's vision pioneering the next generation of bionic eyes and brain-computer interfaces. Let's get a little bit of this article here. It says bionic vision and brain-computer interface technology is advancing rapidly, bringing us closer to an era where devices can be seamlessly integrated with a human brain to restore lost function. So while this emerging field holds great promise, it also poses complex ethical questions around access, quality of life, and the relationship between corporation and human augmentation. Let's get a little bit more. It's a brief history of bionic vision research. It said the foundation of brain-computer interface research stretched back decades as early as the 1970s. Said neuroscience Dr. John Donahue pioneered techniques for decoding neural signals and allowing paralyzed patients to control computers with their thoughts. So that's what we're going to go on this. So we're seeing right here, they're coming with these, lying wonders, bionic, something that is artificial, AI. So we already know this going into transhumanism. So we're already knowing that, these are the devices that they're constantly bringing forth each and every day. A lot of people are going to be enticed by this new technology. You will be able to see again. You'll be able to walk again. You'll be stronger. You'll be smarter. And one thing about it, this is counterfeit. You know what I'm saying? One thing about pseudo salvation, or a pseudo science, and one thing about it, we seeing it right now. He's rolling it out right before our eyes, and we knowing about this RFD microchip. All these things is going to work hand in hand. So we seeing it's happening right before our eyes. And also that it was a movie called $6 Million Man. I think I have a clip on. We'll probably watch it after a while. But anyway, he was the Bionic Man. And also they had another movie called Bionic Woman. So we already knowing that they already had this technology, way back in the 70s, probably further than that. And one thing about it, we already know that they get ready to bring forth their agenda, their plan, total control. And one thing about it, he's trying to be like the Most High, constantly imagine a vain thing. Before we go to the video, let's go here. So we're seeing right now, they constantly putting things right in front of your face. So all the gainsaying and all the unbelief is getting ready to be a thing of the past. These lying wonders. A lot of people are going to trust and lean in the system, and it shall pierce their right hand or into their forehead. This Neuralink device also, they already have that grain of rice, the MOTB. So it's right here, man. It's right in front of our face, So one thing about it is that we already know that we read upon the time that they're getting ready to execute their agenda, total control. So let's get the meaning of a bionic right quick. Let's get the meaning. I think I have it here. See where it's at. I think I might have to type it in. Let's see. Might have to type it in. There it is right here. Let's get the meaning of this right quick. It says here, bionic.
Bionic.
It says here, having artificial body parts. It says especially electro mechanical ones. So right here it's telling you right now, they're giving you these different artificial body parts, like your eye, or some type of your limb, like your hand, or could be your whole arm, or another leg or feet, and so on and so on, So we seeing where this is going. They trying to mass man and machine together. So you seen that movie, what, Terminator. So these things are reality right before your eye. A lot of people say, oh, this is not going to happen. This is not going to happen. They don't have this, this is not going to happen in my time, and it's right in front of your face. So one thing about it, we already know that wisdom and knowledge shall be increased. So we're living in the end time, real time, whether you believe it or not. That's why the Lord said, warn them for me. So we seeing right now this man coming with these bionic eye, these lying wonders, this pseudoscience, this counterfeit salvation, these lying wonders, these lying miracles. And a lot of people are going to be enticed because one thing, oh, it's very convenient. Oh man, this is cool. This, but one thing about it is this is how the devil is constantly moving, which in fact is the modern day so-called white man. We constantly want you to see warning of these impending dangers left and right. And also what? The hour of temptation, or the hour of what? Piercing. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of these things are coming into play, these implants, constantly putting it right in your face. So now let's start today's video, and after the video we'll start today's lesson, and I hope that you will get edified. Once again, Bionic said having artificial body parts, AI, artificial intelligence. It's going to be dealing with what? Robotics. You know what I'm saying? These robots, you seeing all this right here, they're taking over all these jobs and get ready to make you out of a robot. He's imagining a vain thing. So now let's start today's video, and after the video we'll start the lesson, and I hope that you will get edified.
Imagine a world of darkness turning into light. Welcome to the realm of bionic eyes, a breakthrough in medical science that's bringing hope to the blind and visually impaired. Bionic eyes are electronic devices, implanted into the eyes, designed to stimulate optic nerves and create visual signals. They're not about restoring natural vision, but rather providing a form of artificial sight. The process starts with a camera capturing images, then converting them into electrical signals. These signals are sent to the bionic eye, triggering pulses to stimulate the optic nerve. The brain receives these pulses and interprets them as visual information. It's like turning on a switch, from darkness to a world filled with shapes and light. This is the power of bionic eyes, illuminating lives one at a time. Join us next time as we delve deeper into the marvels of medical technology. Until then, keep exploring the wonders of science.
Someone ultimately does get a Neuralink installed, what will take place? What exactly is it?
Basically, implanted in your skull. Take out a chunk of skull, put the Neuralink device in there. In principle, fix almost anything that is wrong with the brain. So it could be something that helps cure eyesight, like give you returns your eyesight, even if you've lost your optic nerve.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. Curing. So could restore limb functionality. So if you've got somebody who's a quadriplegic to full functionality, like they can walk around,
Whoa.
Yeah.
So
Maybe slightly better.
Slightly better?
Over time, yes. And you wouldn't even know that somebody has fixing any kind of brain injury.
Researchers at the Australian University have created the Bionic Eye, an electronic eye that helps visually impaired people see. After successful trials in sheep, the researchers are preparing to test it in humans. The bionic retina contains 460 million nanosensors per square centimeter, while the naked eye only has about 10 million receptor cells per square centimeter. In other words, the bionic eye contains 46 times more cells than the human eye, so it helps the user to see farther and more accurately. When announcing this device, many other scientists highly appreciated and hoped this would be a breakthrough in medicine. If implemented, this very humane invention deserves a Nobel Prize.
We seeing that this man here, he's the mad scientist, and one thing about it, he constantly trying to bring it forward. He constantly exalting himself, the most proud Esau Edom, coming with this artificial sight, which in fact artificial, when you go into that word artificial, it means made or produced by a human being or by man, not by who? Yahweh, by Hashem Abishai. This is something that's not occurring naturally, and one thing about it that, the Lord, is in perfect control. And one thing about it that this man is constantly imagining a vain thing. He thinking that he is the Most High. He's thinking he has what's called a God complex. Can't no one take me down, even including Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. But he's in for a rude awakening. So I started today's lesson here. Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10, it said, never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. So one thing about it, we already knowing that this man is very wicked. You know what I'm saying? The modern day so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. A lot of people going to trust in this man technology, going to trust in his policies, his democracy. And one thing about it, they're going to get enticed and they will be totally destroyed. This man will only leave you straight to death. And one thing about it, death and hell follow him. And one thing about it, he's the harbinger of death. Also, these artificial devices that he's trying to use, to replace God's creation. Well, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua creation. So this man right here, he is, it's just like I said, he can't rub it off. He can't get around it. Can't go under it. He is the wicked that the Bible speaks of. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it, hey, when we're here, we seeing right now the Lord is constantly exposing this red devil. So let's go here now to the blue letter. Let's go to the blue letter. Let's go to 2 Thessalonians. We're going straight to the point. Just quick, let's do the spirit and the power. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And once again, I hope that you will get edified. Let's see here. 2 Thessalonians, just rolling in the spirit. We might get two more. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. And we'll start up at verse, let's see. Let's start up at verse 4 and we read down. And it reads, who opposes and exalteth himself above all that is called God or that is worship, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God, or Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. We know that God is only a title, but we know exactly who he trying to be like, which in fact is Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Let's read it in the NLT. It said, he will exalt himself and defy everything that people call God or Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and every object of worship he will even sit in the temple of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, claiming that he himself is Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So we already know about this not Elon Musk. He's thinking he's very proud too. What's this other guy? His name is Noah Haravi. Saying that he can hack a human. We can become gods now. We can be immortals now. So this man, he is far out. And one thing about the Lord's getting ready to put him back in his first estate, which in fact is the original caveman that the Bible speaks of. When you go to Job chapter 30, we hear me constantly opposing and exalting himself each and every, speaking great words against Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, the most proud. But the Lord's getting ready to cease the arrogance of the proud. And one thing about it, that we are very close. The Lord is getting ready to cut this man off. We cannot wait. Verse 5, it said, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things. Verse 6 said, and now ye know that withhold him, that he might be revealed in his time. Verse 7 said, for the mystery of iniquity do already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out the way. So right now we're in that short season. Right now the Lord is getting ready to restore. The Lord is getting ready to put the whole earth back in his righteous order. And one thing about it, we know the mystery of iniquity is already working right now. We're seeing it right now each and every day, which in fact is the so-called white man. And one thing about he who now led us is the Most High, Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, until he be taken out the way to that said measure. So one thing about it, he got bounds that he cannot pass. And the Lord is getting ready to come in, intervene on our behalf. And one thing about it, he's in for a rude awakening. Let's read this let's see what it says in the NLT. It says that for this lawlessness is already at work secretly, and it will remain secret until one who is holding it back steps out of the way. So one thing about it, the one that's holding it back is what the Most High. And one thing about it, he's not going to step out of the way. It's got going off a little bit, but well, we already know what's getting ready to happen. You know what I'm saying? We know that the devil's getting ready to come down with great wrath because he knowing that his time is very short. He's fighting for trying to get his birthright back, and also he's trying to stay in the power seat. But one thing about it, the Lord is getting ready to return and getting ready to put him straight on into slavery. Hey, man, this man is the basis of men. Verse 8, it said, and then shall that wicked be revealed, the so-called white man, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, the prophets, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. So when the Lord returned in the midst of World War III, he's going to, it's going to come from the east to the west with great glory and great power, with that laser and chariot fire, and also the indignation of Yahweh by Hashem them IBCM missiles. The Lord's getting ready to set this place on fire, and we cannot wait. So we see it right here, so the, consumed with the spirit of mouth is what? This wisdom, this knowledge, this gospel. The way he's making Esau bare and bare. The truth is being declared left and right. A shameful spirit is upon his glory. Verse 9, it says, even him whose comings after the workings of Satan with all powers and signs and lying wonder. Who is the comings after the workings of Satan? Who is the physical counterpart of Satan? That is what? The modern day so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of, with all these signs and lying wonders, this bionic eye, this Neuralink, this RFD microchip, you'll be able to see again. You know what I'm saying? With this artificial sight, you'll be able to walk again with this chip inserted into your, into your brain. So a lot of these things is right in front of your face. So, you'll be able to walk again. You'll be faster. You'll be the bionic man, the $6 million man. We're going to get a video on that in a minute. So we see it right here. Who is coming after working of Satan? Which in fact is the physical counterpart is what? Esau Edom. So we see it right now. He's coming with his fake pseudo sign. A lot of people will be enticed. They're going to trust in the strength of Egypt, and they will be totally destroyed. Let's read an NLT. He said, this man will come to do the work of Satan with counterfeit power and signs and miracles, these lying wonders, these lying miracles. A lot of people are going to be enticed. Man, this is very convenient. This is very cool. But the Lord said, never trust thy enemy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, we seeing right now this man is getting ready to bring everything out of the hat. And we already know that war's brewing everywhere. All hell is getting ready to break loose. So a lot of people are going to line up and take these devices, these lying wonders, this artificial technology, and one thing about it, made by man, but not by who? Yahweh, by Hashem Abishai. He's the only one can give you eternal life. And this man is just a mere man and not Yahweh, by Hashem Abishai. So one thing about it that, he's getting ready to be found out very soon. We know that he's getting ready to try to fill his belly, but one thing about it, he is running out of time. Verse 10, it said, and with all deceivingness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. So a lot of people right now, they don't not believing, things are happening right before their eyes. And one thing about it, they constantly, despising and mocking right now. Oh, this is very convenient. That's not this. That's not that. But one thing about it, it's happening right before our eyes. Man, the Lord is doing a mighty work. Verse 11 says, and for this cause, the Almighty Yahweh, by Hashem Abishai, shall send them a strong delusion that they should believe a lie. So the Lord is getting ready to let them believe whatever they want to believe. And also the Lord shall choose their delusion. That's why you're seeing a lot of people becoming unalive, because first my judgment will start at the house of Israel, because a lot of people, they believe in this lie. They believe in this false pseudo side, this pseudo salvation, these lying wonders, this counterfeit, this fake, lies and deceit, but the Lord is constantly shedding light on each and every day. Let's read in the NLT. It said, so the Almighty Yahweh by Hashem Abishai will cause them to be greatly deceived, and they will believe these lies. And so those are the two there right now, constantly, don't constantly adding sin to sin. We're seeing it right before our eyes, constantly being rebellious to this day. Verse 12 said, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasures in unrighteousness. So a lot of people, they love it here, but they're getting ready to die here. We see in each and every day a lot of people, they're constantly trying to accomplish something here. They, trying to they won't let go of the model thought, they won't gird up their lawn, get their mind right. But one thing about it, when Jacob trouble come upon this earth, when in fact it's fast approaching, everyone is getting ready to get their mind right. And one thing about it, they shall seek him early, but they shall not find him. See, they putting it right in your face. This is the plan, the agenda: transhumanism, robotics, AI, biometrics. See all these things, see how the Bible just constantly lining up, the Lord is just putting it right in front of your face. He's making it plain upon table. It is time to seek the Lord while he can be found. So one thing about it, we're not ignorant of what Satan devises, his agenda, his plan, his evil scheme, his counterfeit technology. So let's go here to Ezekiel. Let's get a few more and then we'll close out. Ezekiel chapter 28, Ezekiel chapter 28 and verse 2. Let's go here. It says, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, which in fact the modern day so-called white man, thus said the Lord power, because thy heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am God. I sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the seas are the people. Say, yet thou art a man and not God, though thou set thy heart as the heart of God. So he have a God complex. He wants to be like the Most High. He want to be higher than anyone on this planet. He want to be higher than the Most High. But one thing about it, he is imagined a vain thing. He's built up with pride, but the Lord's getting ready to bring it mighty low. Let's read in the NLT, verse 2, Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 2 in the NLT. It says, Son of man, give the prince of Tyre this message from the sovereign Lord. Said, in your great pride, you claim I am God. I sit on a divine throne in the heart of the seas. The people are the nation. Said, but you are only a man and not a God, though you boast that you are a God. So one thing about it, this man is, constantly, speaking great words against Yahweh by Hashem Abishai, but the Lord is getting ready to cut him off very soon. These heathens are getting ready to know their place very soon. Verse 3 said, behold, that thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. So one thing about it, he's talking about the so-called white man. Once again, he wants to go all over the world, going and digging up all sorts of artifacts, want to look this up, look that up, and he just tried to do everything, doing all kind of mount climbing, checking out everything, he's just really doing too damn much. And also he's destroying the earth, what I'm saying? And one thing about it, that he think he know what's best for the Lord creation. But one thing about it, he's constantly imagining that vain thing, something that is not profitable to him. It's not going to do him a world of good. It says in verse 3 in the NLT, he said, you regard yourself as wiser than Daniel and think no secret is hidden from you. And man, that's the modern day so-called white. This is spot on. The most proud can't not tell this red devil nothing. But one thing about it, he's getting ready to be, he's in for a rude awakening once again. Verse 4 said, so with thy wisdom and with thy understanding, thou hast gotten these riches and has gotten gold and silver to thy treasuries. One thing about it, he got the fatness of the earth, which is his blessing. How did he get it? By what? By the sword, by his military, by his weaponry, by his technology. So you understand what I'm saying? So one thing about it, that, only for a short season. Lord's getting ready to bring this man very low. He's living fat off the hog. He's that rich man, but he's getting ready to be the poor man. We get ready to trade place. That's why we're in the transition of power. So they're getting ready to go from riches to, they get ready to go to riches to rags, and we get ready to go to rags to riches. And one thing about it, man, the Lord is doing a mighty work right before their eyes. Verse 5 said, by thy great wisdom and by thy traffic that goes into merchandise, had thou increase thy riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches. And one thing about it, that's what's happening. These global elites, they're out of their mind. They thinking that they're gonna be saved when they go down to these doomsday bunkers. They have all sorts of things. Supplies and different things, technologies. They thinking that they're gonna ride out the storm. And one thing about it, you just don't know the 144, those sleeper cells of Yahweh by Hashem Abishai, we're coming for you, Esau, very soon. We cannot wait. And one thing about it, that this man has got to be put back into his play. You know what I'm saying? The original caveman that the Bible speaks of. Let's go back. Let's go here to it says here, let's drop. Let's read verse 6. It says, therefore, thus said the Lord power, because thou hast set thy heart or his mind as the heart or mind of Yahweh by Hashem Abishai. Verse 7 said, behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, said the terrible of the nation, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. So that's what's getting ready to happen. We seeing all these other nations, turn against what? Babylon the Great. And we seeing this left and right, these alliances, coming together left and right. The Lord is putting the chess pieces together. So we seeing this happening. They get ready to burn the whore, that sits on many water. America, Babylon the Great. This place is getting ready to be totally destroyed for all the idolatry, all the wickedness, all the people have grown fat over here. So everyone has fornicated with the whore, but it's right at the end now. We seeing it right before our eyes. So hey, you shall no more be called that delicate, and that's in Isaiah chapter 47. But one thing about it, the Lord is getting ready to bring him very low. We seeing it right before our eyes. So let's read here. Let's read verse 7 in the NLT just for edification. So I will now bring against you a foreign army, the terror of the nations, and they will draw their swords against your marvelous wisdom and defile your splendor. And one thing about it, the Lord's eyes is upon the sinful kingdom, America, Babylon the Great. So this place is going to be invaded by Russia and China, true, in collaboration with with NATO, and also these sleeper cells they already have in place. So this place is getting ready to be a third world country. Also, this place, it will be no inhabited left here. This place is going to be totally destroyed. Keep your eyes upon Israel, the least of the flock. So we're very close to this time that, the Lord's getting ready to bring it, man. We're at the end of this thing. We are rejoicing. Verse 8 says, they shall bring thee down to the pit, and thou shalt die the death of them that are slain in the midst of the seas. Verse 9 says, with thou will thou yet say before him that slayeth thee, I am God, Yahweh, by Hashem Abishai, but thou shalt be a man and no God in the hands of him that slayeth thee, Yahweh, by Hashem Abishai. So he's a mere man, you know what I'm saying? He's not God, and one thing about it, he had that God complex. The Lord put that sword in his hand, and the Lord's getting ready to come back and take that sword out of his hand and put him back in his rightful place, which in fact is a servant. The elder shall serve the younger. You know what I'm saying? Remember your place, Esau. It's coming very soon. Verse 9, it says, verse 9 in the NLT, let's read this part. It said, will you then boast, I am God, to those who kill you? Said, to them you will be no God, but merely a man. And one thing about it, man, the Lord is off the chain. So let's go here to our last and final script. Let's go here to Psalm chapter 140. Let's go here first. We might get one more out behind this. Psalm chapter 140, and I think verse 8, if I'm not mistaken. Psalm chapter 40 and verse 8. Let's read this right quick. It says here, grant not, O Lord, the desires of the wicked. Further not his wicked device, lest they exalt themselves. That's you're seeing right now. The Lord, he already exalting. He way out there in the or past the ozone layer. If he could, he'll try to break through the firmament. But one thing about it, the Lord is in perfect control. So you're seeing right here, Lord. Let's read this once again. In the NLT said, Lord, do not let evil people have their way. Do not let their evil schemes succeed. So all they will become proud. You know what I'm saying? That's what's happened. The most proud Esau Edom. The Lord blessed him with what he has right now, and the Lord's getting ready to take it away from him, very soon. And we cannot wait. So we're in that transition of power. Esau is the end of this earth age, this temporal world. And Jacob is the beginning of it that fall, the kingdom of heaven that dwells in righteousness. So let's get one more and we'll close out. Let's go here to Psalms. Let's go here to Psalm chapter 21. We close out here. He will not be able to perform what? His enterprise. We'll close out right here. This is a good one to close out on. Just rolling in the spirit. It says here, Psalm chapter 21 and verse 11 said, for they intended evil against thee. They imagine a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. And one day, about it, they're not going to be able to perform because the Lord is going to show up on our behalf. That's what we're waiting on, each and every. So when the enemy strike, the Lord is going to strike right back through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Let's read it in the NLT. It says, Psalm 21 and verse 11 says, although they plot against you, their evil schemes will never succeed. Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. So we seeing right now, this man is putting it right in your face. He's moving with warp speed to bring forth this new system. He's getting ready to put into play. It's going to be dealing with your biometrics. A lot of things are coming into play. Get prepared. And the only way you will be prepared, is through who? Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, if he is dealing with you. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of the time. And one thing about it, we seeing right now that this red devil is getting ready to what? To come down with great wrath. But the Lord said what? He will never succeed. Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. We cannot wait. The Lord's getting ready to do a mighty work, and our salvation is at the door. So the title of the day lesson, once again, is Neuralink by Bionic Eye. So I like to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushua by Hashem, Rekah Kwadash. I like to say, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom.